is up, everyone? It's Mr.StealUrGurl coming back at you with another Supreme Commander 2 cast. This one is hot from my Gmail account. The map is Open Palms. I'm, again, not going to tell you who sent it in because it may spoil the fun, but let's see who the players are. To the north, we got the spawning in as the Blue Siren, dropping down a triple land factory, Revanne. Let's just say Revanne. He is dropping down a triple land factory and going hard on eco. Very nice. And to the south, we got Damacy spawning in as the white Aeon commander, putting down an early land factory and going eco all the things. Hopefully he is not building him back because he is, of course, against a Cybran player. You definitely do not want to build back here against a Cybran player because if they get behind you, it is catastrophic. But if you build up here, it should be easier to defend. But actually, right now, with the build that Damacy has, he only has one air factory versus 3 land factories. That is going to be incredibly hard to deal with. And whichever way he builds, he knows best. He is putting down a land factory. He's probably going to get 2 to try to defend against this triple land push as soon as possible. Build cost, build time for Damacy's units, of course. Let's speed it up just a tad bit because nothing is happening except for ecoing really hard. There is Revanne just trying to build a radar to see what is happening. And those annoying airplanes are being microed very well to keep away from any factory AA. Dropping bombs. Boom! Down goes that radar. He effectively blinded Revanne. Very, very well played there by Damacy. Let's slow this bad boy down as adapters enter the field. These things are definitely not what you want to see against as an air player. If you popped out 4 airplanes, those 2 adapters will definitely make their life a living hell. And an engineer sitting there trying to queue up a radar. So it appears that radar kill was painful for Revanne. Very strategic there by Damacy. Damacy drops down a radar of his own. Of course it sees very little because it is Aeon. And we got the engineer on pause, building it back, which isn't always the best thing against Cybran, but could be good because Damacy is at an extreme unit disadvantage at this point. And as you can see, those bombs going off, and 2 airplanes get destroyed as their bombs are soaked up by the Cybran adapter shields. Those shields are so good, they mitigate damage going through, so nothing really hurt anything as those bombs went off. But those planes did hurt very, very, very bad. As you can see, Damacy is taking his aircraft, just floating them around, just trying to see if he could poke in there. A little bit, gets a little too overzealous though, and gets blasted by some factory AA. Damacy is putting down a 3rd land factory, finally evening out the score. Now he is a factory up. He's got the air advantage. Veterancy rate, it looks like he's going straight for teleport. Damacy appears to be going for teleport, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't really remember off the top of my head just this moment. Revanne gets at movement speed, so that's going to make those units extremely annoying. And Revanne is forcing the engagement in the right area because these units have a difficult time microing from the Brackman. The Brackman almost seem to, it looks like as though they almost track their targets. It's really, really strange how the Brackman mobile artillery fire. And a research station from Revanne. I don't see why, oh my goodness, a research station for Damacy, how silly of me. Revanne, I was thinking, really should be expanding. There he goes, finally getting mass. He's behind on the mass count. I don't see why he's just having his engineers sit there picking their nose. This engineer should be should be building all day long. And shots are going to be coming out for Damacy. That could be very effective or very, very painful. Damacy doing a very smart thing here, forcing Revanne to split his forces and his attention, but he's pushing his Yenzus right back into a more defensive position. Shields on these factories, a fourth factory there. Now he is well ahead of Revanne. Shields on these factories would be really helpful. Boda booms, yeah, he's definitely going straight for what I think, straight for shields. I mean, not shields, for teleport. A second research station. Shields would be really, really helpful. Oh, Brackman just murder that poor little Shotcha. And right now with Shotcha's on the field, that slows this armor down quite immensely. And it makes it very difficult to micro. And if he was able to separate the Shotchas from the Yenzus, he would be... Oof, that Shotcha gets murdered. I'm telling you, those Brackman have almost a psychic ability of where you're going. Weapon range from Damacy. Why didn't he have weapon range to begin with? Weapon range is what you want almost immediately averse a Cybran player. And as you can see, those shields drop very quickly against the Shotchas. The Shotchas should just chill underneath the factory shields. That would be a really good thing. That Shotcha is going to hurt. Oh my goodness, a large group of units just get totally annihilated by the Brackman fire. As Revanne is building factories, this factory isn't on. Why isn't it on? And a fifth factory, he is immediately caught up to Damacy's land factory count. And it appears Revanne is finally doing the right thing and expanding while his opponent's on the back foot. That is what you definitely want to do. And long-range point defense, that is a great addition to this little defensive line right here. They will always be pointing at your enemy, and that'll give the Shotchas time to turn and fire and take a lot of shield strength from them. Now, Revanne is doing a wise thing, backing up, just backing on up away from fire and letting the shields recharge. Damacy got teleport just as I suspected him to do, and more research stations. That's not a bad idea. That's actually an excellent idea. I would like to see Revanne get a couple himself and go straight for Megalith. Now that was an excellent teleport, causing a lot of those Brackman to fire at the wrong place. And unfortunately, there's so many adapter shields and so many Brackman, there is almost nothing that those Shotchas could really do, because the Brackman and the adapters are able to move around so fast, and the shields blink on so quickly. Oh, there's the research station spam. It should be further back, but you know what? I don't know what is going through the minds of our esteemed players. And a large number of point defense, that will definitely stop them for a while. At least force them to hit up the other side of your base, and that's what it looks like is going on. Anti-matter shield is very, very helpful for Damacy right now. Damacy has the anti-matter shield, and blinks on out of there. I don't know why he pulled his units out. He might have been... Oh, those Shotchas are doing work, and that factory goes down with several Brackman just blasting away. Could he take out anything else? He's taking out energy generators, and that definitely hurts. Power detonator on all structures. That is definitely what you need now when you see a bunch of units. And Revanne wants to be careful because he's running into a wall of point defense. I don't see why he wants to do that, but he's doing a decent amount of damage there. 2 land factories and a research station. A research station is a painful thing to lose in this game. And Revanne wants to get his ACU the heck out of there, because that's definitely enough units to put the hurt on them big time. Now, he lost a land factory and a research. Oh my goodness, I am sorry everyone. I'm a little bit tired, as I always say on Fridays. I am beat from work, so please forgive me. I'm definitely interested in this game. I am just tired. But Revanne lost a research station, and it looks like another one's... Oh wow, that... It appears Damacy has left that one to survive, and he's got training 2 on his units, making these tanks and shotguns to be that much more viable on the field. Damacy, instead of going over here and rebuilding, he is building a line of factories. I guess he's got a lot of mass to use up, and Damacy is in the veteran mass extractor line there in that little cluster. This is a veteran mass extractor, and that is painful loss there for the Revanne. Revanne is just letting it happen. Does he even know this is happening? He should know there's a radar right there. That veteran mass is so crucial at this point in the game. That is a very, very big loss there for Revanne. Damacy might want to think about moving his units, but I think something is going on over here. That's what happens when you see a lot of units just stop moving. You know something interesting is happening. And training 4, my goodness. He already got up the training 4, Damacy, and Revanne training 1 on his ACU. That's an interesting choice. But I think he's bringing his ACU in. I don't see why he's bringing his ACU in, but maybe he thinks he's worried about a snipe attempt. That's what I think is going through his mind. And as you can see, those Brackmen do a large amount of damage, even against the overshield for the Aeon player. And my goodness, those units are still there, causing so much havoc. I would like to see a handful of fish tooths right back there just going to town. That's what I would definitely aim for. And a very nice split there for Damacy. A nice concave. All those units are just taking damage from so many different sides. Revanne just might want to back the heck on out of there. Damacy really knows how to put the hurt on shields. And what are you doing, Damacy? You are spamming air factories. That is going to be an interesting thing right there and cause a lot of damage. And point defense, just defending, not a bad idea. It appears Damacy has research damage on his units, which is a great plan because now his units are beefy and they are going to do so much damage. Look at all the enemy units just fry, just drop dead from the shots. And now I think Revanne is in major trouble. He is well beyond the 50%. He's in the red. He is down to 3,000, 2,000 hit points. And boom! Down he goes in a blaze of glory as all his buildings self-destruct. And there is a mushroom cloud with a single solitary Yenzu surviving the blast at 170 HP with his full shields, just hotbox in this area, just kicking back. That is one lucky tank. He is going to go home a hero. To the winner, Damacy, thank you so much for sending this replay. And there he is hanging out with his sniper bots and under that, well protected under that factory shield. Thank you again for sending this in and playing. It was a very interesting replay, and I hope everyone at home, my goodness, I am stuttering right now. I'm very sorry. I have so much to say, and trying to get it out in a very short amount of time is a bad idea. But anyhow, thank you, Damacy. Thank you very much for playing such an awesome match. Hopefully the viewers at home enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed casting it. So, very good job there, Revanne. You were awesome. You really pressed your opponent early on, but what would have really helped you is if you expanded and got more factories or went straight for a megalith. That would have sealed the deal. But of course, it is so much easier for me to say these things after the fact, but in the heat of the moment, you think you could do all the things, and all of your attention is most definitely on wrecking your opponent's base. And you did some of that, so very well done there, Revanne. But awesome job there, Damacy. So thank you so much for sending this, as I have just said. But thank you for watching. To the viewers at home, be sure to like this and subscribe to my channel and share with your friends, family, and foes, because they need something interesting to watch as always. That is the wrong catchphrase, isn't it? Be sure to send with your friends, families. Be sure to send... Oh my goodness. Be sure to share with your friends, family, and foes, because they need something interesting to watch as well. And as always, everyone, GG. I nailed it that time. GG.